Welcome to the Reiki Witch podcast. I'm Becca, your host, a Reiki master and practicing witch with a passion for blending the mystical and the practical. Whether we're uncovering ancient wisdom to deepen your spiritual practice or navigating strategies to streamline your spiritual business, this podcast is your sacred space to grow, learn, and thrive. Hey there, magical friends. Welcome to the very first episode of the Bella Runa podcast. I'm your host, Becca, a Reiki master, a witch, and your friendly guide into the world of energy healing, magic, and soulful entrepreneurship. I'm so excited you're here and honestly a little nervous. I have to say it's a little weird to be talking into a microphone like I'm talking to people, but there is no one in the room. So it's going to take me some time to get used to this. If you're wondering what Bella Runa is all about, let me tell you. So Bella Runa is my heart and soul project. It's a space where spirituality meets practicality, where healers and mystics come to connect deeper with themselves, but also their businesses. Think of it as a little cauldron of magic filled with mystical rituals, moonlight wisdom, and business tools that help you thrive while staying connected to spirit. So thank you for being here. I'm so incredibly honored you're joining me on this journey as I find my voice in the podcast world. Okay, so before we dive into the actual podcast episode, I'm feeling called to give this message. So to be clear, this by no means was how I originally planned to open my very first podcast episode. However, I feel if I don't say anything, it wouldn't be in alignment with my highest self, and I feel that it would be dismissive and perhaps a bit tone deaf. I realize that many of you in the United States of America are going through a very hard time right now. Heck, the entire world is struggling in many ways. No matter who you are or what your profession is, for those of you who are struggling, whatever might be surfacing for you, I just want you to know that I see you, I hear you, and you are not alone. And if you are an energy healer, empath, or highly sensitive person, it's okay to fill your cup first and work through your own emotions before you help others. We chose this path because we felt called to help others heal their wounded parts, but also to raise the collective vibrations of the earth. So just a gentle reminder, it's okay to take a break for some of your own deep inner work. Because when you allow yourself time and space to do that for yourself, you'll be able to show up as a more empowered and stronger healer for others. That's all I wanted to say. Simply that. All right. Now that you know a bit about me and Bella Runa, let's talk about the big stuff. My 2025 goals for you and myself. Okay, goal number 1, live authentically. This year, I'm doubling down on authenticity. As healers and entrepreneurs, it can feel like we need to show up in a specific way to fit in or be successful or to be taken seriously. I feel like there's an expectation for healers to always have it together, always have the right answers, always be in a complete state of enlightenment and fully connected to spirit at all times. But here's the thing. Let's be real. Your quirks, your unique energy, your messy, beautiful humanness, that's your magic. Embracing all parts of yourself is how you really connect with people in a genuine way. Now, don't get me wrong. You do need to keep a level of separation and professionalism when it comes to your clients, but it's okay to be human. Healers are human first. So this year, my goal is to help more of you own your authenticity and infuse it into every part of your lives, from your rituals and Reiki sessions to your businesses. Okay, goal number 2, build a sacred community. Being an energy healer or a spiritual entrepreneur can be isolating sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. So this year, I really want to create a warm, vibrant community where we can share, learn, and lift each other up. Think workshops, moon rituals, maybe even some virtual tea parties, a safe, playful environment where you can show up just as you are. Because at the end of the day, us magical workers, we need to stick together. The more we lift each other up and help each other thrive in our practice and businesses, the more healing we can accomplish in this timeline. The main reason I started Bellaruna was to raise the collective consciousness as much as possible in this lifetime. And that means supporting as many Reiki healers, spiritual entrepreneurs, and any other witchy folk that I can. And finally, goal number 3, thrive. This year, one of my main goals is to help you deepen your practice as a healer. And if you feel called to it, start your own spiritual business. What you probably don't know about me is that I have been working in web design and all things digital strategy for over 10 years. It's where I got my degree and where my professional career was before I found Reiki. Now, I still freelance as a web designer and a digital strategist part-time because I really do enjoy it. But my heart will always be with Reiki and all things witchy. So whether it's guiding you on how to infuse your rituals with purpose or offering practical tips like website strategy, email marketing, or social media hacks, my goal is to make sure you have the tools to shine. Maybe you just want to be a solo witch and develop and share your rituals with your friends. Maybe you just want to do Reiki healing on your friends and family. Perhaps you just got attuned to Reiki 1 and you just want to focus on your own healing. Or maybe you're ready to start a business and you just don't know where to start. Or maybe you already have a spiritual business and all the technical things overwhelm you. No matter what you want to do or how far you want to take your practice, you deserve to share your gifts doing what you love. So I want to help you make that happen. So there they are, my 3 main goals for the year 2025. I am really looking forward to talking about how far I've come with these goals in December. So stay tuned. Okay, I want to shift gears and dive into a couple little New Year rituals to start 2025 with intention. The first one is writing a love letter to your past self. So I want you to grab your journal, set up your sacred space with some candles, maybe some incense, whatever makes you feel grounded and present in this moment. If you don't want to write this letter in your journal, you can write it on some beautiful stationery or even type it out on your laptop. Whatever feels right to you. The main point is to make every part of the ritual intentional. Okay, so for the ritual, I want you to write a letter to your past self. I want you to thank them for everything they've done to get you here. Maybe they endured some tough moments in 2024. Be sure to acknowledge those struggles with compassion. Then, I want you to celebrate their victories, no matter how small. Reassure them that they are never alone. And I want you to make a promise to your past self. What's one thing you will achieve in 2025? What's one thing you want to promise your past self that you will accomplish in 2025? This can be a physical, monetary, emotional, business, or a relationship promise. It can be anything. Maybe you want to, I don't know, develop a closer relationship with a friend or a partner. Or maybe it's more of a physical goal, like something you want to own in life. Maybe you want to buy a house or you want to buy a car. Maybe, heck, maybe you want to buy a boat. Whatever it is, Just make sure it's meaningful and something that you will really feel proud of accomplishing by the end of the year. Write it all down, and then you're going to seal it with your heart by holding it to your chest, closing your eyes, and really allowing your heart to connect to this intention you have set for yourself. You can also seal it with some essential oils or a kiss. Just really connect with yourself in this moment. Now, be sure to keep this letter somewhere special as a reminder of your resilience and your commitment to yourself. At the end of the year, I want you to read it and see how you feel. See how it resonates with your spirit a year from now. There's something so beautiful about reading a love letter to yourself after some time has passed and maybe after going through some tough times. Letters like this are absolutely powerful. I hope you enjoy reading this letter to yourself at the end of the year. All right, so for the second fun ritual, let's talk vision boards. Now, we can call these vision boards or manifestation boards, but whatever you want to call them, they are a magical way to set intentions and align your energy with your goals. You can create one digitally on Pinterest or Canva, but if you love the tactile experience, you can go old school, and I'm going to give you some tips. All you need to do is find some magazines, used books from a thrift store, or you could even buy vision board kits from Amazon. I personally try to avoid buying things on Amazon these days, but if that's the easiest and most affordable way you can get these images to cut out, then do what you gotta do. No judgment here. You can also sometimes go to thrift stores for a more affordable option. You can sometimes go to a local library and see if they have any old magazines they want to get rid of. You can also check with your family and friends to see if they have any old magazines that they're wanting to get rid of. You might be surprised. People are always trying to declutter and get rid of stuff. So yeah, if you're just doing a Pinterest or a Canva board, you obviously don't need to worry about this part. Okay, so how to organize it? For your categories, you're going to want to create sections for things that matter to you. So some good examples are career, spirituality, relationships, home, health, family, business, money, or fun, love, anything like that. You can use whichever categories make sense for you and where you are in your life. Second thing is imagery. So you want to look for visuals that inspire feelings, not just things that you want to physically have, but how you want to feel. So this can be a person in a picture that is just really joyful with their dog in a field or by a lake. It doesn't have to be physical objects that you want to buy one day. It could be a woman dancing in the woods, literally anything that evokes the emotions and the spirit that you're trying to attain this year. And finally, you want to personalize it, add little touches like drawings, paint, confetti, glitter, or handwritten affirmations. You could even use fabric, dried flowers, anything like that. Just really get into capturing your essence with this step. When you're done, you'll want to place the board somewhere you're going to see it daily. Let it remind you of where you're headed and how beautifully capable you are of creating this reality. And that's it for my first episode. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you loved this episode, make sure to subscribe and share it with your fellow magical humans. Here's to a year of authenticity, community, and magic. Until next time, keep shining, keep healing, and keep being unapologetically you. Bye for now.